The sun had long set, casting long shadows over the grand desk where President Donald J. Trump sat, leaning back in his chair, his golden red tie slightly loosened. The room was dim, save for the glow of the multiple screens displaying world news, stock tickers, and maps of Eastern Europe. On the other end of the secure line, deep in the Kremlin, deep in the Kremlin of the secure line, that it's saying on the other end of the secure line. Secure line. Deep.
Vladimir, my friend, let's talk. I want to make a deal. The best deal, actually. A ceasefire, 30 days. We both know this war has been going on too long. I can end it. You stop fighting, Ukraine stops fighting, and we figure out something good for everyone. No more destruction, no more wasted money.
But on the other end of the line, Putin smirked.
Donald, my dear friend, you are a great negotiator, a master in fact, and I agree that a ceasefire would be good. But 30 days? What does that achieve?
He paused just long enough to let Trump believe there was room to maneuver.
Look, I am a reasonable man. We could do a ceasefire under conditions. You understand, Donald. I need assurances. No more weapons to Ukraine. No more intelligence support. If the West stops fueling the war, I can stop too.
Listen, that sounds fair. I can make that happen. I mean, Europe needs to do more anyway, right? The US shouldn't be paying for Ukraine's war. They need to figure it out.
I knew you would understand, Donald. You are pragmatic, not like the weak ones before you.
Trump nodded, oblivious to the power shift unfolding in real time. Putin had just dictated the terms. He would pretend to offer a ceasefire, but in reality, he was demanding that America disarm Ukraine before he even slowed his war machine.
Okay, but let's get this straight. You stop bombing Ukraine's cities, right? You agree to pull back at least a little?
I can agree to pause strikes on power plants for 30 days. But of course my soldiers must defend themselves. And if Ukrainian forces try anything, well, we both know how these things go.
Great, fantastic. We've done something historic. Biden could never do this. Obama? Forget it. You and I, we make deals.
Yes, Donald, you are a great deal maker.
A great deal for Russia. Behind Trump, his national security team was grim-faced. The Secretary of State furiously scribbled notes. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff clenched his jaw. They knew what was happening. Trump was offering unilateral concessions while Putin gave up nothing. America was walking away from leverage, allowing Russia to keep the pressure on Ukraine while forcing Kyiv to surrender its ability to fight back. Putin's forces could now regroup, resupply, and prepare for another offensive, all while claiming to have honored the Trump-Putin ceasefire deal.
Okay, Vladimir, we did good today. Let's make history.
Yes, Donald, history indeed.
Putin leaned back in his chair, exhaling with satisfaction. The game was his. The war would continue on his terms, and America, weaker, disarmed in the face of a dictator's ambitions. That night, Russian forces bombed Sloviansk's energy grid, violating the ceasefire before the ink had even dried. Trump, caught off guard, hesitated to respond. He had already announced the deal as a success. To admit Putin had played him? Impossible. Instead, his administration scrambled to downplay the violation. America's global power, once firm, once commanding, had just been chipped away by a dictator who had outmaneuvered a self-proclaimed master negotiator. And Ukraine, alone, bleeding, still fighting, without the full backing of the superpower that could have helped end the war. All because Donald Trump wanted a deal, and Putin knew exactly how to play him.